Acqua Di Gio is a very classic fragrance. It's obviously by Giorgio Armani, and it came out in 1996. So it's been around for a while, and it's still very popular. Oftentimes, fragrances, after they hit the 10 or 20 year mark, they kind of fade into obscurity. But this is not the case with Acqua Di Gio. Acqua Di Gio has maintained its popularity, and I can see why. If you've ever smelled it, you most likely like it. It's a very agreeable fragrance. It is a fresh fragrance, primarily. It was inspired off of the island of Pantelleria, which is an island off the coast of Italy. It's a very sunny, rocky island surrounded by bright blue water, and the Armani brand wanted to kind of embody that with this fragrance, which is also an aromatic fragrance. The top notes are all mostly citrus. This is what it looks like, at least my sample here. And interesting thing about the bottle here, which you could kind of see a picture of, this bottle it has soft edges, and apparently those soft edges were inspired off of Armani suits, which are unstructured and similar in a similar shape. So anyway, I will put this on and tell you what it smells like. So yeah, it's super citrusy, super refreshing. It smells like summer, just warm yet bright yet refreshing. Everything you could think of, just kind of just ultra summer, basically. So the main things that you get right away are the lemon and lime. Those are the main top notes that you get. And it's very nice. Sometimes citrus notes are a bit too overpowering, but I think this is really balanced. It's definitely prominent. You get a big wash of citrus, but it's not it doesn't smell like window cleaner. Sometimes citrus perfumes smell a bit like window cleaner. Not this one, unfortunately. It also has bergamot, orange, mandarin orange, neroli, and bergamot. So the orange is a bit fainter compared to the lemon and lime. Along with the bergamot, it's a bit weaker. The middle notes are also quite numerous. The main one is sea notes, ocean notes, and you can also get that right away. That kind of washes in along with the lemon and lime at the same time, and you do get a sort of that kind of salty breeze. You can imagine if you're standing on the beach, that ocean breeze coming towards you. That's pretty much what you get from this. You also get more jasmine from the middle notes, peach, freesia, rosemary, hyacinth, coriander, violet, nutmeg, and rose. So lots of florals, and you don't usually get that from more masculine scents like this. Technically, I believe this is a unisex, but it's often marketed towards men. And despite those floral notes, it's not overly feminine. The main thing that these floral notes do is add a very delicate sweetness to this perfume, and you can imagine that somewhere in the distance there is a rose bush somewhere, and that's just kind of blowing along with the ocean breeze towards you. So it's that kind of distant sweetness. It's not really too in your face. It's not a feminine sweetness. It's very, very natural and very pleasant. And there's also in the base notes white musk, cedar, oak moss, patchouli, and amber. So the white musk is significant. Regular musk is pretty strong. It can kind of turn a perfume more animalistic, heavier, richer, but considering that this is a very fresh fragrance, regular musk wouldn't suit it, so that's most likely why they use white musk, which is far lighter, but it still grounds the perfume. It still adds an extra layer of complexity, and I would say out of the base notes, the cedar. The cedar and the oak moss are the most prominent because that wood note is very rich and very real. You can imagine chopping down a tree and just that fresh raw wood is what you have from this. The amber is pretty faint. I don't really detect it too much. It doesn't offer too much to the fragrance. Really the main things here are the citrus notes, the ocean notes, the florals, which give it some sweetness, and then that cedar, oak moss, and white musk. So all of that combined creates a very nicely layered, very light and refreshing fragrance. And what I like about this one in particular is that it's complex. It's not, because sometimes a lot of light, refreshing fragrances are very, very simple. They might only have a few notes here and there, and the main notes you get are maybe just a bit of lemon, a bit of lime, and not much more than that. And I'm not really a fan of fragrances that are too simple because it's just kind of boring in my opinion, but this is quite the opposite. They did a really good job of layering everything, so you're not just stuck on one type of note. Like I said, the citrus are the most prominent, then it melts into the C notes, and then it melts into the cedar and the musk. So all that and the floral notes that kind of interweave throughout the perfume. Very nice. This is perfect for summer. This is something you could sit by the pool and have a drink and just relax. This is a very luxurious summer fragrance. And I imagine it would last quite a while because, I mean, the projection is very strong here, I can already tell. And I have heard that a lot of people who wear this, they say it lasts around 6 hours. Of course, if say it's a very hot day and you're sweating, it'll probably last maybe 4 hours. You know, it depends on your skin and how the perfume fits you. But in general, a moderate to long-lasting perfume probably. And like I said, the projection is very impressive, especially considering that most of these notes are very light notes. Fragrances usually that are lighter don't last very long, but this is somehow they managed to concentrate the fragrance to such an extent that it lasts a nice amount of time. And it's just a very, very agreeable scent. I can't imagine anyone disliking it. To dislike it, you would have to hate citrus, you would have to hate ocean notes. That's the main thing. So if you like citrus and you like ocean notes and you just like fresh perfumes in general, then you would like this. This is definitely for warm weather. I can imagine that it would be a bit too understated for autumn or winter, because, you know, during the colder months, it's generally preferable to wear stronger fragrances. So this one is much better for the spring and summer. And considering that it's a designer fragrance, it's actually not that expensive. Most of the options I see are $60-ish. Depends, of course, on where you buy it, but it's not as expensive as some other fragrances that you could get from other designers. So, in general, Acqua Di Gio, I am a big fan of this one. It's perfect for freshening up if it's hot outside. You want something to feel a bit lighter and more crisp. Very good choice. I would argue also a good choice for men and women. It's a very gender-neutral fragrance. But overall, very good. This is an eau de toilette, which, you know, I mean, it still lasts a long time, so the concentration here doesn't really matter that much. But this is high up on my list. This is a very good fragrance, and that's pretty much all I have to say about it. If you have any other opinions about Acqua Di Gio, you can always leave those down in the comments below. If you like the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.